This is Beth from the Sterling Public Library with another edition of From the Stacks, young adult sort of edition. So I have two books that I want to talk about today, and the first one is this one. It's called Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling, and it's by Elise Bryant. And this is in the young adult section, and it's shelved under romance. And I will read the first line. I'm sitting in the hallway closet with 2 beach towels shoved into the crack under the door, trying to make myself sing. So this book is about Reggie and Delilah, and they meet on New Year's Eve. And I really kind of like the way this book was set up because it's like all holidays. So they meet on New Year's Eve, and then again on Valentine's Day, and then St. Patrick's Day, and they keep meeting on holidays. But anyway, and so it's kind of fun, and it takes place over the course of a year. So Delilah is she kind of likes this boy at school, and he's in a band, and whenever they do a gig, she goes and helps out at their merch table. But they need someone to come sing, and so they ask her if she will sing, and she's really, really afraid. But on New Year's Eve, she does it. She gets up on stage and sings with them, and she does really, really well. And Reggie is at the concert. Now, Reggie is he's kind of a nerd. He's really into Dungeons and Dragons, but he's very serious about it and about the social implications of it. And he blogs about it, and it's an anonymous blog, but it's really popular. He's got a lot of followers, but he's afraid to come out and talk about it as himself, mainly because he thinks people will make fun of him for being into Dungeons and Dragons, especially his family. He really thinks that they're gonna just laugh at him. So he's very much not confident and afraid about it. So anyway, they meet the night of the concert, and they both are attracted to each other. And Reggie decides he's afraid. He wants to be confident because he wants to impress her. And so as they get to know each other, both of them kind of, Reggie puts forth this confident persona that he's really, where he's really not. And then Delilah decides she wants to be confident like Reggie is, only he's really not. Anyway, it's interesting as the year progresses, as they get to know each other, and are they really falling for each other as they really are, or who their persona that they're putting out. And they have to figure out how to get to know their real selves. Anyway, it was really good. It was a really interesting romance. I liked it a lot. The other one I want to talk about, I actually don't have a copy of because it's checked out, but I'm going to put a picture of it up here so you can see it. It's called Tress of the Emerald Sea, and it's by Sanderson. And it is actually classified it's in our adult section, but it's very much has a lot of appeal to teens. It's a lot like a YA book. The main character is a teen. And it's a fantasy. And I was worried that it might be checked out, so I actually wrote down the first line. In the middle of the ocean, there was a girl who lived upon a rock. So Tress is this girl who, she lives, it's a fantasy, and so it's in this weird world. She lives on this small island in the middle of a green ocean, but the ocean is made of spores, not water. And they can sail on it with these ships. And I loved the world building. Sanderson, the author, is really good at that. And so the world was super interesting. But my favorite part of the book was Tress herself. I just loved her so much. She's really nothing out of the ordinary. She's a very ordinary girl, nothing special. But when I read the author's note at the end of the book, he said that part of the idea of this book came about because he and his wife were discussing the movie The Princess Bride, which this book feels a lot like. And they decided, well, what would have happened if Buttercup, instead of just assuming Wesley was dead, decided to go and find him, to go on a quest to figure out where he is and save him. And so that's kind of what happens in this book. And Tress has lots of fun adventures, and she's just an amazing character. And if you did like The Princess Bride, you will probably really like this. It's got a little bit of a whimsical feel to it. It's not super serious, so some of the things that the narrator says are really fun. If I were the the type of person that highlighted in books. I probably would have, well, and it weren't a library book. I would have highlighted a lot of things in this book. As it was, whoever happened to be sitting next to me just got to hear it because I had to read it out loud. Anyway, really, really fun book. Just came out this month, so I recommend that one to teens and adults. Okay, that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a great week.